I'm Lindsay Littman. Here are your headlines from Central Texas. Hundreds gathered in Killeen to celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., including Killeen's younger citizens. Sydney Walker has more on the annual march held by Killeen's NAACP Youth Council.
This Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Happy MLK Day.
The young were at the gates.
My daughter, who serves as the Killeen Youth Council president, she's like, Mommy, we want to lead it this year.
Tanika Moultrie and Killeen's NAACP typically plan the annual march, but they're passing the torch.
It was just a tremendous blessing and an honor to see our young people step up because they are our next generation of leaders.
And the kids showed up.
It's to show how we appreciate Martin Luther King Jr. All things to God right there.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like Shoemaker High's Gray Wolves football teams.
Just like the football field, we do everything together. Every time we break out on family. So it's really about being a family and part of the black community.
And generations.
Because it's fun.
Of Sigma Gamma Rho sorority girls.
To have our youth groups out with us, marching along with other organizations, it means a lot to us.
I feel like being here today can really show us that, show the people that we really want to be here and that our voices need to be heard.
Today was about more than just honoring the legacy of Dr. King. It was about continuing his mission.
He also asked us a question, what are you doing for others?
The kids had an answer.
Our youth took it a step further and they called it Feed the Dream. And so they've been collecting canned goods and non-perishable food items to be able to make an impact in their community.
And the dream continues on.
The unity, the love, the peace in the atmosphere, everyone was just so happy to be out here. Even as we gathered at the flagpole to pray, people weren't trying to rush off and get home.
In Killeen, Sydney Walker, 6 News.
In Waco, dozens of people gathered as well for the annual MLK Jr. Peace March. It started at Indian Springs Park. Marchers took to the Suspension Bridge and then ended at Doris Miller Community Center. We spoke to one of the event organizers of the Delta Upsilon Zeta Waco chapter, who says the march is about uplifting the community.
We hold the principles and ideas of Dr. Martin Luther King, who also stated that division harms everyone. So we're here to work together, and we embrace every race, every age. It does not matter.
Well, the march started in Waco back in 1999. A major policy change is coming to military hospitals nationwide following the case surrounding suspended Fort Hood OBGYN Major Blaine McGraw. The Defense Health Agency has implemented new chaperone requirements, but advocates say more needs to be done. Juliana Jackson has the latest update on the story.
On December 15th, the Defense Health Agency shared a new policy requiring staff to offer chaperones before sensitive medical exams, a shift from the previous policy that only required facilities to accommodate patient requests. The policy defines chaperones as a, quote, impartial third party who will immediately report any suspected inappropriate conduct. The change comes after suspended Fort Hood OBGYN Major Blaine McGraw was charged with 54 counts of indecent visual recording involving 44 women. According to a petition filed in Bell County on December 10th by the Cobos law firm representing 82 plaintiffs, the petition alleges 17 times that there were no chaperones present during invasive exams by McGraw. The lawsuit argues the Army's old policy failed patients, placing the burden of protection on women who felt intimidated by a male field grade officer. Many women requested chaperones but were allegedly denied by McGraw. The petition states, quote, in countless encounters, McGraw examined women without gowns, without draping, and without any chaperone present. Under the new DHA policy, patients can request chaperones when scheduling or during appointments. Staff will make efforts to provide a chaperone of the preferred gender. The policy says if one isn't available, patients can reschedule. But advocates say the new policy doesn't go far enough. Shield of Sisters and the Cobos law firm brought 4 survivors to Capitol Hill, pushing Congress to make chaperones mandatory, not optional.
It's so encouraging that they're saying this is not a partisan issue. This is a human issue.
It should not be optional, nor should it be up to the discretion of the individual who is receiving care.
The advocates are pushing 3 reforms: mandatory chaperones, chaperones, expanded military sexual trauma definitions to include family members, and commander accountability for transferring problem service members without resolving issues.
We're not done until the last person says, I'm the last one who was assaulted in the military, and that's going to take a lot.
Dr. Paul Cordes with the Defense Health Agency says, quote, having chaperones available is a crucial part of patient-centered care. Chaperones can help protect both patients and healthcare staff. And those are your headlines from Central Texas.